Hello viewers, in my previous video I have explained theorems of chapter 10, that is circles. As many of you requested to do chapter 12, so I am starting this chapter, and after doing this chapter I am going to continue with chapter 10. The name of the chapter is Areas Related to Circles. Before doing the sums of this chapter, let me give you the basics of it. As the name of the chapter is Areas Related to Circles, so let me first describe what is a circle. Now, a circle, we know it is a collection of points in a plane which are at a constant distance from a fixed point. Suppose this is a fixed point and this is a constant distance. So the collection of these points will make a circle. The fixed point is called the center and the fixed distance is called the radius. As you can see in this figure, this fixed point is called the center and this fixed distance is called the radius. Any line segment which passes through the center of the circle, that line segment is called diameter. And the boundary of the circle, this boundary, it is called the circumference. You can say perimeter of a circle is called circumference. I hope diameter and circumference, these two terms are now clear. Now, if suppose this is a circle, and if I take any portion of the circumference from this point up to this point I have taken, then this portion of the circle is called arc. That means any portion of the circumference is termed as arc. Suppose this is a circle, this is the center. Now what is the area of this circle? The area of circle, this is the first formula of this chapter. Area of a circle is pi r square, where r is the radius. Okay, so area of a circle is pi r square, where r is the radius of the circle. And perimeter of a circle is also known as circumference. So perimeter, or you can say circumference, it is equals to 2 pi r. Okay, now what is pi? It is a constant which can be obtained by dividing circumference of a circle, if it is divided by diameter of a circle, then always we get a constant number that is called pi. Now whenever we divide circumference of a circle by its diameter, then we are going to get one constant number. That constant number is represented by the symbol pi. Pi is an irrational number, that means decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring. So approximately we can say pi is 3.1416, and in most of the cases we use only 3.14, or we can consider pi as 22/7. Both are approximate values. So we got area of a circle is pi r square. This is formula number 1. Formula number 2 is perimeter or circumference of a circle, which is 2 pi r. This is formula number 2. And what is pi? Pi is circumference of a circle divided by the diameter. Whenever any wheel rotates, the distance covered by the wheel in one rotation, it can be calculated by calculating its circumference. So the fourth formula is distance covered in one rotation of a wheel is circumference of the wheel. I hope these formulas are clear. Now the fifth formula is area enclosed between concentric circles. As you can see here, two circles are there with the same center but different radii. These type of circles are called concentric circles. Now if you want to find the area that is enclosed between this part, that means area enclosed between concentric circles, we are considering only this part, then area of this part can be calculated by subtracting area of the smaller circle by area of the bigger circle. So we can write the formula to be pi capital R square, because capital R is the radius of the outer circle, minus area of the smaller circle. So if I take pi common, we are left with R square minus smaller square. So this is the area enclosed between concentric circles. I hope this formula is clear. Now we can start sums of first exercise, that is 12a. Now in exercise 12a, the first question is find the circumference and area of a circle whose radius is 10.5 meter. That means here radius is given and we have to find circumference and area of the circle. Here radius is 10.5 meter. So circumference of the circle, we know the formula, it is 2 pi r. So we can write 2 into 22/7 into 10.5. Now if I cancel 10.5 by 7, I am going to get 7 1 ja 7, 3 35. That means 5 7 ja 35. So after cancelling 10.5 by 7, we got 1.5. So 2 into 22 44. 44 into 1.5. And if you multiply, you are going to get 66. That means 66 meter is the circumference of the circle. Now if you find it difficult here, you can do this way also, 2 into 22/7, and instead of 10.5 you can write 105/10. Now 7, if I cancel 7 1 ja 7, 35, 5 7 ja 35. Now you got 44 into 15 divided by 10. 44 into 15, it will be 660/10. Cancel 0, you are going to get 66 meter. It's up to you. You can do this way or this way. Now second part of the question is, you have to find the area of the circle also. Now area of the circle, we know the formula, pi r square. So it is 22/7 into 10.5 into 10.5. Because it is r square, so we have to write r twice. Now 7 and 10.5, if you cancel, you are going to get 1.5. So it will be 22 into 1.5 into 10.5. 22 into 1.5, it will give you 33 into 10.5. And if you multiply, you are going to get 346.5. If you have doubt with decimals, then this part also you can write like this, 22/7. Instead of 10.5, you can write 105/10 into 105/10. Okay, now 7 and 105, if you cancel, you are going to get 7 1 ja 7, 35, 5 7 ja 35. So it will be 22 into 15/10 into 105 divided by 10. Now you cancel with 5. 5 2 ja 5, 21 ja 2, 11. Now 11 into 15, it will give you 165 into 21/10. If I multiply, I am going to get 3465/10. That will give you 346.5 meter square. Just because it is area, so unit will be meter square, and in case of circumference, it will be meter. I hope sum is clear. Now I will do the second part of question number 1. In second part of question number 1, it is given that find the circumference and area of a circle whose diameter is 35 centimeter. In the previous question, radius was given, and in this question, diameter. So we have to first find the radius. Here diameter is given as 35 centimeter. So radius will be half of it, because in a circle, if this is the circle, this is the diameter, and half of diameter is radius. So radius is always diameter divided by 2. So here diameter is 35 centimeter. So radius will be 35/2. Okay, no need to cancel. Here circumference we have to calculate first. So circumference of circle is 2 pi r. 2 into 22/7. And instead of radius, we can write 35/2. Now 7 and 35 can be cancelled. You got 5, and these 2 and these 2 I have cancelled. So we are left with 22 into 5. If I multiply, I am going to get 110 centimeter. Fine. And the second part, we have to calculate area of the circle. And area formula is pi r square. So pi is 22/7. R is 35/2 into 35/2, because it is r square. Now 7 5 ja 35. 2 11 ja, so it will be 11 into 5 into 35 divided by 2. 11 5 into 35 will give you 175 divided by 2. Since these numbers cannot be cancelled by 2, so we have to multiply. After multiplying these 2, we are going to get 1925 divided by 2. And if you divide by 2, you are going to get 962.5 centimeter square. Be careful while writing the unit. In case of area, it will be square, centimeter square, whereas in case of circumference, it will be centimeter. Now I'll do question number 2. Find the area of a circle whose circumference is 52.8 centimeter. In this question, radius is not given. We have to find area. That means from the circumference, we have to calculate radius, and using that radius, we can calculate area of a circle. Let me show the sum now. Suppose this is a circle whose radius is r, and here it is given circumference is 52.8. So we have to write let r meter be the radius of the circle, and as circumference of the circle is given as 52.8, so we can write circumference of the circle is 52.8. Circumference formula we know, it is 2 pi r is 52.8. So 2 into 22/7 into r is 52.8. Now radius will be 52.8 into 7. If I cross multiply, 7 will be in the numerator, 2 and 22 will be in the denominator. Now in the first step what we have done, 52.8 is cancelled with 2, we got 26.4. Okay, now 26.4 and 22 can be cancelled by 11. 11 2 ja 22, 11 2 ja 22, 44, so it will be 4. So we got r equals to 2.4 into 7 by 2. Now 2.4 can be cancelled by 2, we got 1.2 into 7, and 1.2 into 7 will give you 8.4. That means radius of the circle is 8.4, because in this question they have given circumference and we have to calculate area. Without knowing the radius, it is not possible. So from this part we have calculated radius, and using this value now we are going to calculate area of the circle. Now area of the circle is pi r square. Pi is 22/7 into radius is 8.4 into 8.4. Fine. Now 7, if I cancel 8.4, I am going to get 1.2 here. So we are left with 22/7 into 1.2 into 8.4. If I multiply, we are going to get 10.08. Multiply this two, then we are going to get 221.76 centimeter square, and that is the required answer. Okay, the next question is the circumference of a circle is 39.6. Find its area. Since these questions are exactly same, only the value is different, so you can try it yourself. Let me do the next sum, that is question number 3. In question number 3 it is given the circumference of a circle exceeds the diameter by 16.8 centimeter. Find the circumference of the circle. Let r centimeter be the radius of the circle. In the question it is given circumference of a circle exceeds the diameter. So we can write here circumference of the circle minus diameter will be 16.8. Clear? Now circumference formula you know, it is 2 pi r. Diameter is twice of radius, so we can write 2r equal to 16.8. From this 2 I can take twice r common, and if I take 2r common, we are left with pi minus 1, because 2r we have taken common, so here we are left with 1 equal to 16.8. So 2r, pi is 22/7 minus 1 equal to 16.8. 2r, if I take LCM 7, so it will be 22 minus 7 equal to 16.8. So 2r, if I subtract 15/7 equal to 16.8. So twice r equals to 16.8 into 7. If I cross multiply, 7 will be in the numerator, so 7/15. So r will be 8.4 into 7/15. Now if I cancel by 3, here I will get 5, and here it will be 3 2 ja 6, 24, 3 8 ja 24, that means 2.8. So radius will be 2.8 into 7/5. Since further cancellation is not possible, we are keeping up to this much. Now we need to find the circumference. What is the circumference of a circle? Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So 2 into 22/7 into radius. Radius is 2.8 into 7/5. If I cancel 7, 7 will be cancelled. So we are left with 44 into 2.8/5. If I multiply 44 into 2.8, we are going to get 123.2/5. On division, 123.2/5, we are going to get 24.64 centimeter. In question number 4, it is given the difference between the circumference and the radius of a circle is 37 centimeter. Find the area of the circle. Suppose this is a circle and this is the radius. Radius is r. So we have written here, let r centimeter be the radius of the circle, and in the question it is given difference between the circumference and the radius. So circumference minus radius is 37 centimeter as given in the question. Now we know the formula of circumference is 2 pi r minus r is 37. From here I can take r common, so we are left with twice pi minus 1 is 37. R 2, instead of pi we are writing 22/7 minus 1 is 37. So r 44 by 7 minus 1 is 37. R here LCM will be 7. It will be 44 minus 7 equals to 37. So R will be 37. 44 minus 7 is 37. By 7 is 37. So R will be 37 into 7 divided by 37. If I cross multiply, 7 will be in the numerator and this 37 will be in the denominator. These two can be cancelled. So we got radius equal to 7 centimeter. The next part is we have to find the area of the circle, and we know area of the circle is pi r square. So pi is 22 by 7. R square is 7 into 7. This 7 can be cancelled. So we are left with 22 into 7. That means 154 centimeter square. That's the area of the circle. I hope this one is clear. Now I'll do question number 5. In question number 5 it is given the circumferences of two circles are in the ratio 2:3. Find the ratio of their areas. As given in the question, here two circles are involved. So we have considered R1 to be the radius of the first circle and R2 be the radius of the second circle. And here it is given circumference ratio. That means circumference of first circle is to circumference of second circle is 2:3. We know the formula of circumference is 2 pi r. So here it will be 2 pi r1 is to 2 pi r2 is 2:3. Since 2 pi is common, so it can be cancelled. We got r1 is to r2 is 2:3. Now, if I square r1 square is to r2 square, I have to square this side also. 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. Since area of a circle is pi r square, so both we are multiplying by pi. So we got pi r1 square is to pi r2 square. It will be 4:9. That means area of the first circle is to area of the second circle is 4:9. You can do it in a different way also. It is given the circumferences of two circles are in the ratio 2:3. So you can write C1 by C2 is 2:3. So circumference we know 2 pi r1 by 2 pi r2 is 2:3. 2 pi can be cancelled. So we are left with r1 by r2 is 2/3. Let it be equation number 1. Now we want the ratio of areas. Area of first circle by area of second circle. Area of second circle. We know formula of area is pi r square. So it will be pi r1 square by pi r2 square. Pi can be cancelled. We are left with r1 square by r2 square, which can be written as r1 by r2 whole square. Now r1 by r2 we know from the equation number 1 it is 2/3. 2/3 whole square. That means 4/9. Therefore required ratio is 4:9. It's up to you. You can follow this process or this process. I hope this sum is clear. Let me do the next sum, that is question number 6. In question number 6 it is given the length of a chain used as boundary of the semicircular park is 90 cm. Find the area of the park. Let 8 cm be the radius of the park, and as given in the question it is semicircular in shape. No, the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. As it is given it is semicircular, so the length of this part, it is half of circle, it will be 2 pi r by 2, that is pi r. That means length of this part is pi r. Now if I consider this part now, here it is double of radius because from here to here it is radius, so r plus r it will be twice r. So if I consider this figure, what is the total length of the boundary? This part is r, this part is r, that means twice r, and this part is pi r. As per the question, boundary of the park is 90, so boundary will be pi r plus twice of r plus r twice r is 90. From here if I take r common, pi plus 2 equals to 90. Pi is 22 by 7 plus 2 equals to 90. If I take 7 LCM, it will be 22 plus 7 to the 14 equals to 90. So r 22 plus 14 is 36 by 7, 90. If I cross multiply, I am going to get r equals to 90 into 7 by 36. Now if I cancel 36 by 3, I am going to get 12. And if I cancel 90 by 3, I am going to get 30. Again if I cancel by 3, I am going to get 4 here and I am going to get 10 here. So it will be 10 into 7 by 4. If I cancel 4 by 2, and this one by 2, I am going to get 5. That means 5 into 7 by 2. That means radius is 35 by 2. Okay, so once we know radius, we can calculate the area of the park. And since this is semicircular, we know area of a circle is pi r square. So area of the park will be half of pi r square. Clear? Because this one is semicircular. For the full circle it is pi r square. So it will be half of pi r square. So half pi is 22 by 7. Radius square is 35 by 2 into 35 by 2. Here we could have written 17.5. But if you bring decimal, then it will be complicated. Because 35 can be cancelled by 7. That's why we kept as 35 by 2. So if I cancel 22 by 2, we are going to get 11. 11 by 7 into 35 by 2 into 35 by 2. We are cancelling 35 by 7, we got 5. 11 into 5 into 35, 2 2 are 4. If I can multiply 5 and 35, we are going to get 175. Just multiply these two, 1925 by 4. And on dividing this 1925 by 4, we are going to get 481.25 centimeter square. And that's the area of the semicircular park.